Some of the problems with swamp butt are: one, super uncomfortable; two, you have wedgies left and right; three, everywhere you sit down, you're sending out the bat signal, okay? And you want to avoid leather especially because that's even worse. Lastly, there is a horrible odor that comes along with that everywhere you go. I mean, you're like Pigpen. Everywhere you go, it's just following you all over the place. We don't want that. So, if you've ever had sticky underwear, I am sorry to inform you, you are a victim of swamp butt. But don't worry. What's going on, guys? It's Emmanuel here at imanlifestyles, and today we're going to be talking about how to combat or fight swamp butt or sweaty balls. Essentially, we've compiled a list of relatively easy, cheap, and mostly free 4 things that you can do to help you combat and make sure that you're no longer sweating down there. Tip number 1, ditch the pubes. Talk about perfect timing. I actually just did a video last week about manscaping. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and watch it and then come back to this video so you can understand what I'm talking about. But basically, even if you don't watch that video, what trimming down the hedges down there is going to do is allow more airflow throughout that area, which is going to decrease the amount of sweating that you do over time. The worst thing you can do is let it grow now to the point where you have a 2-foot bush that does nothing but insulate that area, creating a whole bunch of heat. Now you've got a whole lot of sweat, bringing along with it odor. So the first tip, and probably the most effective one you can do, just go ahead and trim it down. The second tip, while not as free as the first one, but just as effective, is using some form of a powder down there. I mean, this one's basically a no-brainer because anywhere that you sweat on your body, you can pretty much fix that by using some form of a talc or powder. Now, keep in mind, your skin down there is kind of sensitive and you want to treat your boys with the best of the best. One product that's specifically designed for swamp butt or sweaty balls is a product called Chassis. If you've never heard of this product, it's probably because you either live under a rock or this isn't a problem that you necessarily struggle with, because on Amazon, it's one of the top selling products for, again, swamp butt and or sweaty balls. The problem with most of these powders are, if you've ever tried them, for example, Gold Bonds, Baby Talc, or any product that has a talc base to it, is that it starts to have a muddy consistency as you start to sweat more. But with this powder, you don't have to worry about that. Even if you were sweating and drenched buckets all day, at the end of the day, the powder would still be there. It would still be dry. You would still be cool, and you wouldn't have that weird muddy consistency. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. And this naturally is what makes it such a great product for down there. Another great part about this product is that it's made with aloe vera extract. This key ingredient helps with irritation, which, if you guys know, as you start to sweat more, the sweat starts to build up, gets sticky, creates a little bit of friction, and that irritation is something that down there is definitely going to bother you. Another key ingredient that this powder has in it is actually baking soda, which is already a natural odor agent associated with neutralization, a lot like kitty litter, right? So it'll take that odor, it'll hold it inside, and it won't let it get out. So it's not necessarily going to mask it like you're covering it with a perfume or deodorant, but it is going to neutralize those odors, as well as with the aloe vera. That's going to help the irritation, which makes this a well-rounded product, again, for all the problems that you got down there right now anyway. If that's something you're interested in checking out, I'm going to have a link to the Amazon product down below. Again, no commissions from that for me. It's just a product that I think will help you guys if you have this issue of, again, swamp butt or sweaty balls. And there's plenty of reviews on Amazon of people who have tried it, used it, and figures out that it works. Tip number 3 is a freebie that I'm going to throw at you, and it's kind of a mental check associated with really looking at the fabrics that you're wearing associated with the clothes that you're putting on. I have plenty of fashion videos on this channel, and one of the things I talk about in almost all of those, whether it's the fast, the fall essentials, simple outfits, or I believe there's one other one on there, I'm not sure, but basically what I say in all those videos are you have to be aware and cognizant of the fabrics that you're wearing. And a great fabric that you can wear that's going to keep you cool is going to be linen. If you've never worn linen, it's basically like walking around in pajamas, but you're just fitted and dressed for the correct occasion, because it is a fabric that it's very porous, meaning it has holes in it. So it's going to be very breathable and easy to keep, again, that airflow moving, circulating in that area that you're wearing, or your entire body if you wear an entire linen fit, cool. Tip number 4 kind of ties into tip number 3 in the fabric sense, but more specifically, it's about picking the right boxers. If you're going to go to the store and you're going to get cotton Hanes boxers, yes, they may be cheap and inexpensive, but is that really the best for your boys, right? Because basically you're going to sweat, everything's going to get wet down there, and it's going to hold all that moisture, and that's not going to be good. So make sure that you spend a little bit extra money. Again, it's going to be a little pricier per pair, but if you get a polyester or a synthetic material, it's going to help to wick away that sweat and keep that area cool, odor-free, and again, avoid the problem that we are now facing. Now, keep in mind, if you do that and you follow tip number 1 and you follow tip number 2 and you do all of these in harmony, that's really the key. As long as you do all of these in harmonies, you should eliminate that over sweating problem and issue that you have, keeping everything dry, keeping the airflow, and that ultimately is going to be the solution associated with sweaty balls and or swamp butt, right? Because that's the goal. You really want to make sure that you can mitigate that, and following those 4 tips in sequence and in harmony, that's really all it's going to take. That's it for today's video. Make sure you guys go ahead and check out Chassis. Again, that link's going to be down in the description below. You can read those reviews of the multiple men who have used this product successfully. And don't forget to subscribe. Plenty of new videos coming out, long form and short, associated with just ways you can elevate yourself, grooming, hygiene, and self-care wise. And until next time, peace.